With which one? 2 or 18?
18.
Okay.
All right, 2 18s. You can either decide amongst yourselves or rollies. You decide.
Oh, go for it.
Oh, okay. I'll go first.
In this scenario, do they get the same question, or do they get 2 different questions?
I'll give them 2 different questions. Well, actually, no. Why not? I'll let them answer the same one. And if they feel
Heck
like they
yeah.
want another one, they can go for it.
Yay.
All right. So in this one, you have gotten a message from yourself claiming to be from the future, and they say that the person in your party that you last spoke with is going to betray you. Would you believe them?
Oh,
Yes.
yes. Unfortunately.
Awesome. Just a quick note of that. Y'all need to start doing way there's insight checks and you know.
That's true.
It's literally just a goblin in disguise.
Just people can send you messages and disguise their voices. I mean,
I think Roya has the assumption always that people in her party are going to betray her. So it's not surprising.
I get it. I mean, for context, I'd say probably V would be suspicious of them as well. I think that's just kind of the dynamic of this party. And, a decent amount of the characters on most of our parties, but
I'll add a caveat to this, just because I like this question a lot, just the way you answered. They're giving you the information of what's going to happen and letting you know. You can choose to stop them by working with the other side of the party, or you can join them and share in whatever they gain, which is, could be favor with someone powerful or gold or, information and whatnot. But you will be screwing over the rest of the party.
Or option C, I find a way to make this just purely beneficial for me.
That is completely up to you. That is an option always.
Absolutely.
Would also do it.
All right. Now, let's go down to V. But if you two would like another question, just because that one was fun. And I like
that's
it.
fine.
All right. V. Here's a question for you. If you were given a gift, unknowingly, you were given a cursed artifact. You don't know this at first, but you figure out that it hasn't taken full effect yet. You can pass it on to anyone else. It could be a random stranger, it could be an enemy, it could be an ally. You don't know what the curse is, but you do know it is going to be bad, and it is going to, permanently attach themselves to this person unless you get rid of it. Like, you're not at the 24-hour mark yet, and you need to pass it on before then, otherwise it's on you. What is your character doing?
So I know it's cursed, don't know what the curse is, but I know it's going to be negative.
Yeah, no, you figured out you don't have enough information. You really can't say what this is going to be, but you've picked up enough info that this is likely going to be bad. It's a give and take thing. It's not a purely bad thing, but there are some serious, drawbacks.
Kind of depends.
Unfortunately, you're on the last hour before it attunes to you, and you don't think you have enough time to figure out exactly what this is to make like that, okay, I think this is worth it or it's not. You either got to pass it off or you let it hit you.
Excuse me. I guess question, there would be a question like if he would know this, and it could very much go either way. But he would be curious to know if he gives it to somebody else and then he finds out that it actually is awesome and like the benefits outweigh the downsides, would he be able to like take it back, or is it bonded to that person now? Like he can't get it back if he wanted to.
It's stuck on them for good unless they die, and if it's as good as you think, getting it back from them might be a little hard.
If that was the case, then I think he'd just probably give it away. If he's uncertain about it, that it's morally questionable, but you can technically give a cursed magic item to a baby with basically no repercussions.
You completely could, and that you could make an amazing hero or the new villain of the story.
Yeah. And like if they're young enough, they're not going to remember you.
You want to hope they don't remember you, because magic items do weird things.
But not any more than like your average other person would. It's going to be less. That, or again, this partially would depend on like how much time he has and like where he is. But if there is just somebody that's kind of being a dick, and again, if he knows that this is going to be bad effects, just kind of pass that on to him. Passive aggressive. League gives it to him, and it's like, it's your BS now.
No, that's fair.
But he would definitely be curious. Like, he would one also again, he'd probably want to see what the results are. It's like he would really
curious enough to stick around.
Yeah, because there's part of him is like, maybe I should just hold on to this to see what would happen, because that would be kind of funny.
I mean, if you give it to the baby and you see it just becomes a pacifier, and you think, okay, well, it probably wasn't anything great, then you come back a year later and it's like, it's every toy he sees that he wants. This thing just keeps switching into them.
Yeah, it turns into your heart's desire, and it's like, okay, damn, I gotta kill a baby now. Didn't want to kill a baby, but you forced my hand. What am I gonna do? I am,
and that's the curse. You now notice the baby is surrounded by people with that exact same thought, but the baby's immortal.
The moment you decide to kill the baby, you die.
Yeah. The moment someone's trying to actively kill the baby becomes immortal, but if it's left alone and just ages naturally or just something unfortunate, it can die naturally, be it age, great adventure, or just bad luck. But when someone's actively trying to do it, for this specific item, immortal baby.
Immortal baby. So if I throw a baby off a cliff, does that... Because, the time passes before, you have the killing intent and then it hits the ground. Gravity is natural causes.
Well, almost anything is natural causes because the said effect will naturally cause you to die. But it's the intent, once registered, will essentially make the baby immortal until it no longer feels endangered. And if it's still falling, may probably still think it's in danger unless it, because depending on how this device would work, it could for all you know, it could teleport the baby somewhere safe. Or it could just shield the baby, or it could just give it wings, and now it's just a flying baby.
If it has to be aware, could I do it while the baby's asleep?
It's not the baby that's aware, it's the item.
That's fair.
This is the debate of the century.
How to kill an immortal baby.
You've made a baby immortal with the most envious object you've ever found. You're not getting it back.
Live and learn.
At this point, I'd honestly consider if you found a way you think you actually do it, the only thing the thing can do is by chance summon something deity level and just have it adopt the baby.
Run a campaign and the BBEG is a baby.
The BBG is the BBG just because it has the box I want. I want it. That makes him the bad guy, obviously.
me, the virtuous hero, you, a greedy little baby.
I just imagine this baby is unknowingly making the world just a better place for no reason at all.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, he'd be very curious to see what the effects would be. That doesn't necessarily sound like a curse entirely. Maybe like the benefits way outweigh the...
Depends how self-aware you are, because if you see people that are actively trying to kill you for the thing you have, but you just don't die, it'd probably mess you up if you didn't have like the attention of a baby who's just focused on, hey, I've got something cool.
Fair enough.
It's like because think about it, if it was you and you knew all this stuff, it'd be a little stressful because you're not the one in control. It's the box that is. So you're putting your faith in the item. It's going to keep you alive, and you just got to hope you don't do anything that accidentally kills you, because that's not covered by the warranty of the box.
But it's covered in the warranty. Okay.
Yeah, like, sorry, man, like, that was actual natural causes. There was nobody behind that one. Okay, we ready to start? After this long-winded debate?
Ready, Freddy.
All right, now, would you guys like some time?
Consider natural I'm sorry.
I mean, natural causes or nature causes?
Yeah, I'm kidding. But what happens if the baby grows up and tries to commit suicide? We should keep going.
I mean, I don't know. I think the box would recognize the baby as a threat to the baby and thus making them immortal.
Wouldn't that be permanent? We should get going. We can go on this all night if we don't.
It's horrifying because the baby is slowly becoming a god and it doesn't want it.
Doesn't even comprehend it.
And that's how the time baby came to be.
The origin of the time baby. I mean, if natural causes, could you like put like something poisonous next to the baby, and a baby, of course, is going to stick it in their mouth? That's just naturally like what a baby does.
It's true, but again, it's the item that's, figuring out like, hey, someone just put something poisonous next to a baby. That there's obviously an intent there, even if the baby's doing it.
We should really get going.
Mm-hmm. Let's get going.
Now, would you guys like some time to plan out, as we left you a bit at the beginning? And I just got to go over the actual audio because I told you guys there were, because I don't want to accidentally let you know the full numbers unless I already did. You're looking at 6 kobolds working on a little factory on the left side down there, down following the path you're on. Guys don't even notice you. They're kobolds. You guys know well that if you kick them hard enough, they're going to go down. But when there's a lot of them, they can be really annoying. Yeah. And then, they're on little boats because they seem to be working on the crystal that you've been sent here. You don't know how long they've been doing it or how many they got, but they seem to be working on them. Shipping them down a little river. On the opposite side, there seems to be a bunch of crate boxes, a few other unseen individuals, and there's at least 2-3 more there, but they don't seem to be kobolds. You can't really see them. They're wearing hoods and they're working on what looks to be a makeshift little labby thing. Up on the top in the middle, there is the throne. There are 2 winged kobolds, and behind them on the throne is what looks to be a gnoll, but they do have the weird thing on their faces, both the gnoll and the winged kobolds, so these guys have eaten. So these guys are, kill them, they're worth money. And on the very, essentially following little boats where they're putting off all the worked crystals, on the other side there seems to be a small little, about 4 here, of oddly looking jacked kobolds. These are strange looking guys. They seem a little bit bigger and better armored, but they seem to be gathering up all the worked crystals on a raft. And on this underground cave, you see on the back end, closer to where you guys are, there's a waterfall that seems to lead into this little lake that spreads off into the river. to the left, and then a further waterfall that seems to go deeper into this cave further down. I believe that is everything.
I guess just out of curiosity, I'll open up that magical compass detector. Compass magic detector? I don't know. And I'll just see if I can see anything in range that might be magical. I assume probably the crystals and other stuff might not be in range, but
That one, it's the basic detect magic within the range. So, you have that, you've got it on, and, you'll have it for as long as detect magic lasts. I think it lasts a bit, doesn't it? Like 10 minutes, I think.
10 minutes? I want to say 10 minutes.
Yeah, let's go with 10 minutes. I'm fine with that. 10 minutes is detect magic, but you have one casting of find traps. That's an actual spell. Do you need me to look that up, or do you got it?
Yeah, I can find that.
Did I send it to you? Sorry, I thought I sent that.
I don't know if you sent a link to the spell, but I know the spell you're talking about. I believe it has to be like actually manufactured, not like something that could like cave in. It has to be like a manufactured, purposeful trap. Okay, I checked. It is 10 minutes concentration for detect magic. Everything okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. So, anybody, you guys want to just jump in there, Leroy Jenkins? Do you want to, sit down for a second and plan it? How would you guys like to go forward?
How big is this room? Because we're like in the entranceway, I believe.
Yes, and this does spread out. It looks big. If you wanted to, eyeball it, you're thinking from edge to edge, or from where you are all the way to the end.
From where we all are all the way to the end.
Okay. So let's say from where you start all the way across the room to where the back wall is, where let's say the knoll on the throne is. That's a good 120 feet across.
120.
Now going lengthwise, it's actually bigger because you've essentially got a large cavern with a small lake and a river running through it with 2 waterfalls.
Okay. How long would that be, I guess?
180. Technical, you're looking at about 150.
What was that?
About 150 on.
150, okay.
So big enough that if you did this quietly, you might be able to sneak some of this by the others. And it's not a silent room. There's very much active, loud activity. So if you were to sneak by some of it, you could probably get some good sneaking done before you start the real one.
Yeah. Our main priorities should be the crystals, I believe.
Right. The ones closest to you and only guarded by kobolds, all unworked. The ones that they're currently...
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, the crystals, in the crates, bottom left, where the kobolds are, all of them there, unworked, that seem to be getting around the crates. And then on the opposite side, it's where the jacked, armored kobolds seem to be gathering them all up on a weird-looking, makeshift raft that they're just storing them all on. Likely to take them somewhere else, because now they're putting them on a raft instead of, put them in a chest or something.
I got something, but if you guys... I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yep, sorry, go ahead.
I got an idea, but if you guys have any ideas, let me know before I do this. I'm gonna...
I mean, is it possible to sneak, behind waterfalls to some of these guys?
Who are you trying to sneak up on?
Well, I'm trying to visualize it, but there's... I'm just conceptualizing here.
I think she's asking, is there space to walk behind the waterfalls? Is that right?
Yeah.
Eighth wonder.
There is on the one that's closest to you. You can essentially walk behind it and try to essentially get toward that. You'd be heading towards the bigger kobolds that are loading up the finished crystals, not the freshly dug ones.
Okay. All right. I'll keep that in mind. Go ahead and propose your idea, Michael.
I was thinking I'll just telekinetically throw a rock at one of those armored kobolds from the direction of one of the mining kobolds, and hopefully that'll get them to go and try and fight and kill him, or at least distract them if we're going to do something. Because there's these crystals right near here that we could grab a whole ton of. Are they really close, or would we be getting invisible distance? They would see us if we might see us if we went and try and grab them.
They would definitely see you, but you have enough space where, depending on how quickly you grab stuff and go, you could probably get ahead of them. Maybe. There's enough space between you where if you grab enough quickly and go, you could get yourself some boxes. You're not getting everything.
Yeah, but I assume the goal here is to get as much as we can, everything. So do we want to try and do that?
That's essentially the question. How much are you going for? What are you willing to do? Because if you want everything, you got to fight everything. If you only want a little bit, you got to just take out what's guarding it and take and go.
Yeah, so you two, what's your thoughts on this? I think that's...
Yeah. Here's a rough thing of what it looks like, but it's just missing the waterfall on the bottom, and the guys aren't.
Okay, I see.
That helps.
Yeah, that helped. Yeah, maps help.
Maps definitely helps.
Maps.
Okay.
So is that bit on the right? That's where they're refining the crystals, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, on the right, that's where all the finished ones go. They essentially follow the little river down, but where you guys are is at the bottom, roughly the middle. So the left is where it's not on here, but there are essentially a bunch of crates, and you see the goblins, or not the goblins, kobolds starting to take them out, clean them off with the dirt, and just essentially start to peel them off. And it takes a while because they got to bash them with hammers, whatever they've got to try and get to the core, which is what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And remind me, the farmer, he wanted the whole crystal, not just the core, ideally, right?
Yes.
Okay. So then we gotta go over the ones that are mining it, so that that's raw, right?
Yeah, the ones that are assuming how many are there, the ones that'll get you the most are the fully intact ones.
Okay.
The more peeled they are, for some reason this is what the monsters want, they get straight for the core meat, so to speak. But apparently that's less desirable for the farmer and his wife or whatever they do with these.
Okay.
They have some new technique. Because you said that, I think last time, that they were finding them and then they were planting some of them back in the ground.
Yes. That is what the goblin told you. And you do see on the right side, some of those veins are actually popping out of the ground. They look like they'd be roots grown in trees, but it's pure crystal, and it's all just sprouting out and around. It almost looked like it's they were mining it, but this looks like it's growing out instead of it being carved out. From the rock, it's growing into it.
Interesting. Okay. So should we just try and kill everything to try and get everything, or do you guys think that might be too much, too dangerous? Should we go for a burn the hand? Or the 500 in the bush?
What do you guys think you can handle? Can you call in any allies? Do you think you can take on, goblin?
We do have that card. Do we want to burn it on this?
We don't even know what that card will really do. But
We could
if you want, we
take
can.
a chance.
We could try it out.
Maybe we save that for if things are going south.
True.
So then are we going after everything?
I think let's try and take out these kobolds, because also if things go south and we think we need to leave, maybe we could just grab some crates and book it.
Okay.
Would these crates fill in our extra-dimensional spaces? Or are these like huge, or?
These crates are large crates. It's at least 4 by 6
Okay.
by another 4. Like these are big. They stack them up, and you're thinking they had something big carrying them, or someone. They essentially did like that weird lineup thing where they just tossed one in front of the other, and, like left.
Let's
But you only see a total.
flood.
Yeah, they did. And who knows where that cart could be? Who knows?
Keep an eye.
But yeah, no, you do see there are only 5 of those crates.
Okay.
By the looks of it, only counting the one that's open, only 2 of them are currently like being ripped open right now and working.
Okay. So do you just want to start killing?
Roya already has her bow out.
Let's
I
try
don't-
it.
In other circumstances, I'd be willing to trying to get them to fight each other, but I think we're a bit pressed for time here. So if we're just going to kill them, let's just kill them. Before we do anything, if that is in fact how this is gonna go, I think I'll drink that health potion. It was weird, so I don't know if it's gonna have some negative side effects. Maybe it'll have positive side effects. But I'll use the action. I believe how you've got it ruled is that I just gain the maximum amount, right? Could be 10 hit points.
Yes, if you take an action to fully like take in the healing effect of it, full maxed out HP.
Okay. Not max HP, but like maximum amount that you'd get from the healing potion, right?
Yeah, everything it could heal you for, that's what you get healed.
Okay. I'm going to do that, and I will mention that it was noted that it may have side effects.
Nope.
Hello?
Oh, yeah?
Sorry, everything went really quiet for a second.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I cut out on what you were saying, so I don't know if was there anything else?
Well,
you drank the potion, you got the hit points. Oh, the side effects?
Yeah.
You got the last one. No, that one is a clean potion. You feel fine. You're just right.
Okay. Nice. I don't know what the other side effects
Goblin
were.
only had... Sorry, going back on notes. Yeah, no, that was a clean one. You guys really destroyed all the other ones, huh? Ruined all the fun.
Roya did.
Let's not point fingers, children. We have some crystals to save.
No, I 100% destroyed them.
Wrong.
I take credit for that.
So, I'll be honest. One of them would have had you rolling on the magic table.
Fun.
But you wouldn't have known it because you would have essentially rolled a d6, and that many turns later, that's when it happens. You essentially burp, and it just wild magic.
could have destroyed us all. You're welcome. I saved us.
He could have been turned into a plant.
End. What a way for the campaign to end. I just cast fireball on myself and we all die, and the kobold's like, what the fuck?
They came in, guns blazing, drank a potion, and suicide us. What the hell, man?
Kamikaze!
That would be
sending
the
a message.
most fitting way for this group to go.
Like they took us all by surprise and did nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anyone would like to prepare anything else, please roll initiative.
I don't think so.
I'll pull out my dancing daggers again, but
Nope.
yeah, I think I'm good. I
All right.
assume, are we getting a surprise round?
You are indeed.
I would also recommend before we do this, Roya, you might want to focus, if we're going to try and take them all at once, I would say focus on the targets that are farther out, since I think you have the longest range out of everybody here.
Are we doing
And then
everything, or I thought we were just doing the kobolds? If we're doing everything, she's gonna switch over.
I mean, I do have a range of 120 feet on several spells.
the ones on the far side are going to see us like when we start fighting, right? Or are they like so far away that they might not even notice?
Okay, there it is. Works better when I push the button. Yeah, that will be on them if they notice you, depending on, because they're all doing stuff right now. And assuming how loud this gets, the AC is easier for them to notice. Hey, someone's fighting. But it's not surprising if noises happen and some cancel others out, others are expected.
Can we see how deep the water is in this river? Out of curiosity.
It's pretty dark. And it's deep enough for them to be using boats.
Yeah, they're not walking across this thing.
Yeah,
Fair
they're not
enough.
walking. They're using boats, and these boats look like they're pretty heavy. Like they're, these crystals weigh some weight.
Yeah. Boats, I mean, can be on relatively low amounts of water, but yeah, if they're big and heavy, then yeah, that's... If we can take out that bridge, we can delay them getting to us, and we can take care of the ones on this side, and then...
The bridge would only delay the ones working on that far-off little makeshift lab thing. The knoll and the winged kobolds might be able to jump that using the little land bridge on the side, but it'd be up to them if they even notice. They're the furthest away. I'm not even focusing on this.
Is there another bridge to the one that's the little island that's on the far right?
No, that one is specifically with boat only.
Okay. So that's an idea if somebody has something that can take that out.
I mean, I've got Eldritch Blast, Firebolt.
Firebolt would work. Burn the bridge.
All right. Burn the bridge, absolutely.
I mean, it's just a possibility. I'm just bringing up ideas.
Hey, that sounds like fun. I want to burn a bridge. Let's do that.
Burn a bridge! That would make it more difficult for us to cross, but...
A new pyromaniac emerges.
A new challenger approaches.
So we have myself playing the Siler character, Heidi's playing the Crystal character.
Am I playing the Crystal? Oh wait, no, she's already playing. Who am I playing?
Michael's playing the Michael character.
Michael's playing the Michael character.
And you are doing it fantastic.
Cool. I think I'm also taking some Siler influences.
Mm-hmm.
Dark, brooding,
sure.
mysterious. Sorry.
I mean, that's exactly it, yeah.
Anyway, shall I kill some...
check mark? Oh, sorry, go ahead. Last check mark, just take a risk that you have no reason taking and let it work out.
I'm very much... V is, I mean, I was going to say he's not stupid. He might be stupid, but he's not an idiot. Well, he does think about,
I think those are synonyms.
You gotta look at those definitions, because some of them are really in there and some of them are not.
Gentlemen, I may not have a clue, but I do have a plan.
That is a perfect quote.
Anyway, any other... I guess let's focus on the ones on this side, and if they take notice, then let's burn the bridge and then finish up what's on this side, and then we all have ranged options. Potentially we can just take pot shots on the ones on the other side if they're stranded there. Most of them, I think, are going to be on this side or have means to get on this side.
Mm-hmm.
But it might delay them. Any objections? Any last plans?
Sounds good to me. Let's go for it.
Leroy Jenkins, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
So initiative, I guess.
Tyler, is it time for initiative?
I believe so.
All right.
Woo.
That is a 6.
Hey, same.
Come on, that's a brand new
16.
die. Don't let me down.
So we rolled 6, 6, 16.
Illuminati confirmed.
At least we're getting a surprise round.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming I have a higher dex than you, Heidi.
If she has a higher dex than you, then I have some questions.
Same.
Do I need to check my dex?
What is your dexterity modifier?
Let's see. I'm on my phone tonight. I'm out of mobile
Pretty
hotspot,
sure
so.
it's 2, if I recall.
Thingy.
Pretty sure yours
Skills.
is 4. Because I think we have the same dex bonus.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
mine.
Phone, how do you work? Oh my gosh. Sorry. Okay, my dex modifier is +3.
Okay. So then, yeah, I'll go first.
Okay, so what was everyone's initiative? Now that we have that.
16.
6.
And 6.
But below Roya.
Yep.
Hello?
Yeah, sorry, just
Silas getting stuff ready.
Oh, okay.
and we have initiative.
Woo!
Alright.
All right, now let's just see how well. Well, you guys have a surprise round, and you're free to go in the order of initiative, or if you're doing individuals, just call out your shots.
Sorry, I'm typing something out, but I will. Assume just go in initiative order.
Yep.
Okay. So let's see. There's the kobolds on the wall, and then the armored kobolds. The kobolds on the wall, they're closer, right? Like physically?
Yes, then the bottom left corner, the ones working on the crates right now, They are the closest ones. They're the normal kobolds.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna kind of step out of cover and approach. How far away are they? I guess.
It'd be about 40 feet from you, where you are at like the beginning of the entrance, because you haven't officially stepped into the room. You just looked inside it.
Okay. I'll step. Let's say 10 feet closer. I guess I could go 5, but I'll just do 10. And I'm going to throw daggers at the closest one. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on stuff. I am not going to make this a. This will not be sharpshooter. That's the one I'm looking for. Okay, I assume a 24 will hit a kobold.
As you throw your daggers and pierce into these flesh, they matrix dodge around. No, it hits.
The minimum damage I can do is 7. So, does that do it?
That does, in fact. These are kobolds.
Nice. Okay. Second attack. I'll do the next closest kobold. Oh my god. Natural 20.
I mean, if you want to roll it and describe how this is done to this unsuspecting little thing.
2 and 4. So 6 plus 6, 12. Yeah, no, this kobold, the first one was like caught like in the chest. And it kind of like stumbled back a bit and kind of fell over. The second one, like, the dagger flew like straight through its neck and decapitated it. Like, it just thin enough neck and hard enough throw.
Nice.
It is decapitated. I will make my last attack as using my bonus action on the next closest kobold. Another 24. I have to remove my dex bonus, so I'm going to roll on this one because see what the damage is. That is 1. I'm going to use a psionic energy dice to do a psionic strike and add my psi energy dice. I know that's right, it's a 8, not a 6. That's cool. So it does an extra 5 on top of the 3 piercing damage. There's 3 piercing damage, 5 psychic damage.
And with that, another kobold goes down.
Yeah, like stuck in its chest, and like this one like reels in pain. I don't know. That's my turn.
Beautiful.
3 for 3.
It is. It is indeed, and you did describe them as being, well, these were not flashy and or loud kills. 3 of them go down. Alright, who's up next?
Oh, am I feeling cocky with that now? Oh no.
He's challenging you. He's challenging you with his aim, his accuracy, his distance.
It's not even that.
I'm 3 for 3.
There's 6 kobolds. He just took out half of them. Really? I don't need to worry about the other half.
Well, I mean,
I could just go for the big guys. And we could actually wipe this place out.
Yeah, that's the normal
logic.
We also don't know. There could very easily be more hiding somewhere.
But as far as we know, that's all we
Yes.
see. Logic. So...
As far as you know, that's all it is, and the furthest ones away, the bigger, like 4 of them over there on the opposite side, can't even get to you without a boat.
Decisions here. And you said there was Not the big winged kobolds, slightly other bigger kobolds? Or
The
those
slightly
armored?
bigger, like, essentially the armored, jacked-looking kobolds, they're the ones on the opposite right side of the bridge, like that little land turf. They seem to be loading up the finished crystal, and they're next to the wall with all that, like, growing, branching out crystal. You have to take a boat to get them.
One more thing. Before we started, I would have done psionic recovery and recovered one of my psionic energy dice.
Cool.
Sorry.
So then where's the knoll? Because I thought the knoll was over there. I think I missed.
Knoll is up top throne, essentially with two winged kobolds acting like, the little
God, I can't.
quote-unquote bodyguards.
Do I try and shoot him? I sure am. I'm gonna try and shoot the knoll.
What's the max range on your bow currently?
600 feet.
A ridiculous amount, really.
It is. Who are you aiming for?
The knoll. Because I have
The
no restraint.
Of course you are. Then please feel free to do this. This would be an advantage because it does not know you are there.
Ooh.
It is not expecting to be shot in the face with an arrow.
Then I 100% am going to sharpshooter this. Good thing I have advantage. That is a 23.
V is just thinking, this is not the plan. This was not the plan. I don't know why I'm surprised.
Yeah, the 23 will hit.
For a grand total of 21 damage.
Nice, nice.
Very nice.
And then I'm gonna shoot him again.
All right.
Also a sharpshooter.
Okay.
I'm assuming the second one does not have advantage, or does it still have advantage?
The second one would not. It now knows something just shot it in the face or
what?
chest, wherever you'd like to
Okay.
designate this.
Fair. It's 14. Alright, I got too cocky on that one.
Sorry, I got pulled away from something. What happened?
That's a 14.
You see, and where did you say the first one hit?
It would probably be right square in the chest.
Right square in the chest, and you see it, and it hits right. It's got this weird patch mail armor thing going on, and you hit it right in between the seams, and it goes in a good inch or two.
Ooh.
That arrow. It's nice, deep. And where were you aiming for the second one?
Probably on shoulder. The right shoulder.
And you do so, and right as it looks like it's about to pierce, you see it catches the arrow.
Dang.
And it immediately, its head just shoots up and looks directly at you.
Roya smiles
Good.
and waves. Yep. That's my turn.
Cool. Virtue, you're up.
All right, is it time to burn the bridge?
Burn the bridge, burn the bridge.
Probably a good idea now that Roy is attacked and provoked the other side.
Okay, very good. All right, let's go for it. That's just going to be a simple firebolt. Let's roll to hit here.
Well, it's just
All
rolling.
right.
That I forgot. Sorry.
Do I have to roll? Yeah, I have to roll a hit to the bridge. A bridge has a DC, right? Yeah.
It does. It's not high.
Okay, 15.
Bridges don't often dodge.
That hits. They can be sturdy sometimes, or oddly reflective. But no, it hits true.
All right.
Depending on the
hit
magic, they could be transformers.
All right, I'm gonna hit that bad boy for
Bridge is a mimic.
13 damage.
Oh god, that actually would be a horrifying encounter. You gotta cross a chasm, but the bridge is a mimic.
Like, yeah, look, Guys, you can either leave one of you behind that I can eat, or I can just fall with all of you.
I'll crawl down and eat your corpses later.
So does 13 destroy that bridge, or do I need to hit it again?
You hit it, it took impact, and it is currently set on fire, but it is not yet destroyed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's just do one more for good measure. Now, is the burning something that's going to take time, or can I hit it again to destroy it?
I gotta double check for which one was this? Was this Eldritch Blast or was this?
Fire.
No, the spell you used.
Firebolt.
Okay, for that one, I do believe it's you get better damage when you level up, and
yeah, it's not more beams.
Yeah, you don't get multiple attacks.
Yeah, Eldritch Blast gives you more beams. The other spells, they just get stronger.
Are we still on only one attack per turn?
Well, you're a
you,
caster, you don't get multiple. Unless you... Yeah. Eldritch Blast lets you attack
some spells
times.
give you multiple attacks. Some spells give you a big area. Some spells just do a lot of damage to one person.
Okay.
We can probably leave it and it'll burn up on its own. Or at least the fire will block people.
I mean, it is now set on fire, so this thing is not gonna... Unless someone puts it out, it's likely not gonna last too long.
Okay. Well, that's my turn, I guess. I thought that it was universal that people got 2 attacks per turn once you got to a certain level.
Nope.
Nah.
That's only certain classes, unfortunately.
Only fighter-type classes, like the fighter.
I don't know why I picked this class. Seems like there's nothing. Okay, that's my turn.
This class... it's all it's very like you can make it anything, but you have to build into it.
Casters get a lot more. That is one of the things about warlocks is that you get so few spell slots, but you get some good passive abilities, and then like spell casting is kind of honestly in a lot of ways it's just inherently better than martial combat.
Just when you get into the more powerful stuff, because as a warlock, all your spells are at their maximum power, which is like their main difference, and they get their magic back quicker on short rests. And like you said, the passive abilities, like in a few levels, you'll be able to pick like a skill that you can use as many times as you want. Sometimes it's invisibility or an ability to speak with animals, breathe underwater. It builds with time. That's what makes casters more dangerous end game, but easy targets early game.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Tends to lean towards martials early game, casters mid to late game.
Okay.
I got to show you the meme of like just what is it? It's Cloud lifting up Tifa. It's there. It's essentially like the warriors helping the magicians survive until a certain level, at which point they have world-ending power.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well then
at a certain level, a fighter can hit you like 5 times in a round. At early, like just before you get to 10, or roughly at 11, depending on the kind of builder. They can hit you a couple of times, and then casters can throw a lake of lava at you, just because.
Yeah. I will say, Virtue, I don't know your spell list or anything like that, but is there something that you could use your bonus action on? Because you might want to do that. Like, especially since you used a cantrip, you can use a bonus action spell still. A leveled spell.
What? Oh my gosh. So I can use a bonus action if I use a cantrip? Or, I mean, I can use a bonus action anyway, but I can use...
bonus actions, you have to have something specifically. So if you have like a spell like Hex, potentially, I don't know if you have Hex.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, promise. Next time we level up, I'll go through this with you just to show you all your options.
Okay,
cool. I really think you'd like it if we customized your Eldritch Blast, because there's a way where you can, like, every time you hit them, you push them away 10 feet, or you pull them towards you 10 feet. And if you position yourself around certain objects, it's fun to just pinball them around.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, the only bonus actions I have are 2-weapon fighting and then Misty Step. but I don't know where I'd Misty Step to that would be useful at this point.
That's a good ace to have, like if you need to get out of a situation or get to someone quick. That's a bonus action. You instantly teleport those 30 feet. It's a good thing to have.
Yeah.
You sorry. You also can move, I believe. I don't know if you moved. I don't remember if you moved before, but that might come in handy.
Yeah, I haven't
If you want
moved.
to.
You guys
So,
can choose to start to get
range,
closer to,
so-
start.
It might be better for her to stay back with me too.
That is a good point. You might want to stay behind.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
that's a plan, but that's
Let the
also
fighter
who's
go
going
up
to start
front.
shoveling. Who's going to start shoveling in the crystals into the bags? If we all leave.
See, Roya was thinking ahead. There's a reason she wanted to give all of the items to V, so that way he could carry everything. It made sense in her mind.
Just put all the extra dimensional spaces clothing on him, and he's
Yeah.
just like carrying it all.
Yeah, there's
Doesn't
no
really
chance
make it
anything
any-
will slip into anything.
Heavier, yeah. I don't even know if he knows about that.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
nothing that could possibly go wrong with putting, unknown magically enhancing crystals into an extra dimensional space.
I guess we'll find out.
So top of initiative order then?
That is indeed the case.
I believe that's one of them.
Yep.
And to double check something, yeah. The boat with the kobolds, so they put all the freshly carved stones, it just left the river going towards the lake. So those guys on the other side are about to get a boat incoming a couple of saved crystals, but they now have a means to get to the other side. It'll take them a turn or two to get to you guys, but boat's now on the way to them.
It's probably not a bad thing because we can take care of the rest of the people on this side, and then by the time they get there, we'll be ready to deal with them, and then we'll have the boat here anyway.
Also depends on how keen you guys are of only having one boat instead of two. If you were to, sink it, those heavily armored gnolls may drown in the water.
Are they gnolls or are they kobolds?
No, gnoll top right, kobolds, the jacked kobolds. No words confused, apologies.
Sorry.
But yeah, and after that, second, we have the King Gnoll. He roars and is looking at you, Roya, and is not happy at all. Roll some. Yeah, that'll do it. He looks up furious and he lets out a large and very lengthy roar before he jumps down, and it looks like he is racing down towards you guys. But not before he pulls back what looks to be some kind of weapon. Oh, it's a javelin, and he is gonna shot put that baby.
Okay.
Gonna yeet it. And guess who?
Definitely not me.
Yeah, totally not
Absolutely
you.
not.
Why not?
So like a 21 hits, right?
Yeah, 21 will hit.
Really? A 21 hits?
These are the times I miss shield.
One of the reasons why casters are powerful.
Hey,
At
look,
least you got
2
hit
on the
points.
die. 2 on the die,
Damn.
only 6 damage.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, no, just he's measuring out his distance, trying to get the thing, but now he's shooting his next one.
It's okay. Now
And
I
that
have a
is
javelin.
19 to hit you.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That's well, that's 7 points. That was 3 on the die. He's not his best, but he's warming up. He's getting there. But for the most part, that seems to be him. He just tossed out 2 javelins at you. You now have 2 javelins, so that's something.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is not happy.
Sticking
And
through
he
your shoulder?
has
Or...
not. Actually, no. These were aimed for her legs, so
Ow.
she is very much Ace Venturing this. If you've seen that little meme movie, just one in each
I love
thigh,
that
and
movie.
it is painful.
Ow.
I used to be an adventurer like you until I took 2 javelins to each knee.
Yeah, it's actually more to the thigh. He didn't hit the knee just yet.
Okay.
Close though.
Fair enough.
Oddly enough, he has not looked at either of you to V and V and Virtue. He's
Cool.
specifically looking at old Roy.
This time you get to
But that's
be the
his
tank.
turn.
Yay. Survive.
Not dead yet. How are you doing, actually? That is a good
I
question.
mean, I'm okay.
Okay.
Question. Taking a potion is an action, right?
It's an action if you want to take the full amount of healing, or you can shotgun it as a bonus action and just roll to see what you get.
What about the sticks?
The sticks, you gotta roll.
Icky.
But can you do it as a bonus action?
You can.
Ooh. Okay, that's good to know. Next turn.
Actually, no. Hold on. Yeah, because I think I wrote this down already. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to take a turn, even with the sticks, I usually use them with the potions, but if you want to use the sticks to get a full version of that, you go right ahead.
Okay.
So, just for everyone else, full turn, if you want to use your action that turn for a form of healing with a potion, be it the sticks or the glasses, you can use that for a max out, or you can bonus action it. But if you want to give it to someone, that has to be an action, and that's ruined.
Okay.
Makes sense.
You want to do some cool posing, like a long, like those, Gatorade commercials, of that slow, refreshing, satisfying drink.
Wonderful. I think
How
I'm gonna
photogenic.
pass on that, but
Roya, are you an Instagram influencer?
she would.
You're
be in this
actually
world. Oh my God.
modeling. You're actually doing some part-time modeling and just setting, like via magic, some shots. It's like she's working for one of the potion companies, like as a campaign. Like even in like the middle of a dungeon, you can still back up to.
Hashtag ad. But yeah, I'll keep that in mind for my next turn. I don't know
Cool.
what creature's up next.
That would be V. That creature is up next.
Oh, I thought there were 2. Yeah, you got all
Shush,
the
you said
rest
V.
of
He
the
said V.
question marks. Yeah, no, I know.
V's up.
Maybe they're
The
already
first
dead.
creature was the kobold that was rowing the boat.
Oh, I see.
Second one was the gnoll.
Out of curiosity, actually, would the boat be considered a large item, or is it like a different qualification?
The boat would be considered large. It's big enough to take all of you as well, because it's essentially it takes a gnoll and a shipment of this stuff. And well, you guys will figure it out when you get there. But there's a reason why there's only one gnoll and a small stack of these finished crystals going across the lake right now, and it looks like it's barely keeping afloat.
And the boat is full of these crystals, right?
Yep, it's a good little pile.
Huh. Well, that's
Also, you guys, just quick, intelligence check for each of you.
Oh,
Okay.
Sure.
Let's get to that
That's
page.
a whole 9.
it's a 13.
15.
Virtue and V. You guys are going back in your head because you got this information from Roya about how many of these you were supposed to get, how many big unfinished polished crystals, and you were told about how they're worked and chipped away to get to the cores. And as you're doing this and just the basic things of math, there are more worked crystal spheres than there were total crystals stolen.
Oh.
Okay, so either they've stolen from some other place or they're growing their own as well.
So this is a center of operations in a different
so they've
sense.
done this to either some other places or they've just had more. They've maybe had more of it to begin with. Who knows? Who knows?
Interesting indeed.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Sadly, the ones you can get the most money for are the ones that they're currently making less and less of.
They're the one. Well, I mean, they're in a fight now, so I'd assume that they're not working on that at the moment. I guess
you
now
killed
they're
3
fighting.
kobolds. The last 3 are still technically bashing away at 3 more crystals, and they've not
Okay.
yet stopped.
Hmm.
Their turn was one kobold takes it across the river. The other 3 did in fact not notice their 3 kobold brothers die. They're currently bashing away at these crystals.
Okay, so should I kill 3 more kobolds, or should I?
Maybe focus in on the angry gnoll coming in. Up to you.
No, it's fine.
Because, I mean, I'll just talk openly about it because there's not really too much. I have telekinetic movement. I can, as an action, I can move an object or creature with your mind that is large or smaller. I was thinking about just capsizing the boat, but I don't know. Or potentially, launching them on the boat somewhere, but I don't know that would go
Are
well.
there any crystals on the boat with them?
There are a whole bunch of crystals on the boat with them.
Yeah, then we'd lose those crystals, or we'd have to find them or fish them out of the water.
Can we pull them toward us? Can we lasso them and pull them toward us or something? Boat? How far out is the boat?
Yeah, but that's basically just helping them, because we're all ranged, and they're... I think it's in the middle of the river right now. I think I'm just going to take out the rest of the goblins. I think that's my plan.
Okay. Kill them, then gather the stuff that we can, and go back.
And if you want to go and find them, sure.
We know those crystals are valuable. We're not certain what we're going to get for these more refined crystals. They could be worth more, they could be worth less. But we can deal with
crystal.
him.
Can double check, but I'm pretty sure it was around 50. It can be more than 50 gold. Once they're healed down to that state, they can't. Apparently, they're worth less.
Worth less to them. Okay. So, yeah, we should prioritize the ones that are worth more then. Alright, so I'm just going to go and kill the rest of these goblins. Do I even need to roll? I will. I'll just roll.
Just let's see if you aim well.
I can't imagine that I'm going to have too much trouble with these kobolds. That first one was an 18. And again, minimum damage would probably just kill him.
Yeah. What?
Next one. Oh, okay, that one might be. That one's a 12.
That actually missed, just barely. These things it went by its armor, and this thing you now have its attention, and it looked at you and looked at the knife, and it's now freaking out because it's now starting. You can see it noticing the dead ones around it, and the fact that the big alpha is now running down.
Okay.
You've essentially woken him up after he was essentially glazed over at work.
Fair enough. Another dagger coming towards that same one. This one's the bonus action one. I assume a 20 will hit.
Anywhere you'd like, right between the eyes. You can clip its tail. You can hit it right in the gut.
I think it's just in the eye. I'll just right in the eye.
Right in the eye, and it just takes it and it screams, and it's not a quick death. It runs around like a chicken with its head cut off for about 2 seconds. before it just trips.
Does the dagger go farther in?
Yeah, that's what kills it.
Nice.
Oh my.
I might as well just finish that last one off, so I'm going to action surge. No time like the present.
Oh, yeah. On this? Sure.
Well, I mean, I can do one and then I can throw another one at somebody else.
And that is a bonus, because action surge just gives you one action.
Oh, no, but if you have the attack action that has multiple...
Yeah, no, for the attack action, you can, as many attacks as you get with that action, but there's no extra bonus.
Yeah, no, I can't get another bonus action, but I can still get 2 more attacks.
Oh, yeah, no.
3
That's
to 5. So, I'm going to throw one at the last of these kobolds. I believe it's the last one of these worker kobolds.
As far as you know.
For the moment, at least. Another 20 to hit.
Wherever you'd like to stick it. You are the master. You are bullseyeing those darts at the dartboard.
I think since everybody's aware of this one, I'm just gonna this one's through the back of the spine and just kind of collapses and bleeds out probably. Is that cruel and unusual? I think that's cruel and unusual.
That's up to you. This is the adventuring world.
Yeah, no. Maybe this one goes through the back of the head. Gets stuck in the head and out through the forehead. He's kobold unicorn.
Oh my.
And the last one, you said that there was there any more on this side already? Because there were the winged ones, there was the one that was driving the boat.
The winged ones are across the bridge and they're still up there next to the throne. The 6 that were working here that you saw were the only ones. The 4 on the opposite side on the island are the heavily armored ones. And there are what appear to be 2, 3 other goblins, but they're again on the opposite side next to where the throne was, on that not on the elevated platform, but on the bottom. It looks to be a small makeshift looking little... You want to think a weird lab or something. You've seen a few of these, but you don't know. There's some crates, some weird mixtures, and some weird smells coming from them.
Interesting. Probably want to investigate that later. The driver of the boat, though, is it a normal kobold, or is it one of the buff ones?
No, that is a normal kobold.
Cool. I'm going to throw the last of these daggers at that one, then.
Cool. Wait, you have sharpshooter, right?
I do have sharpshooter.
Okay.
So I do have the...
Not that you need it. Yeah, no, not that you need it, but I need the range to... It's gotten a little bit off.
I'm not going to use sharpshooter because I think it's better to hit it. That is a 19 to hit.
And it does, so...
This one, I think, through the mouth.
The back of its head out the mouth, or do you want to get its attention and try and hit it right in the throat?
I think it's Actually, no, I think it's not the mouth. I think it's through the side of the head.
All right. And it goes down and it just flops onto the water. It's just there floating, starting to stain the pool a bit red.
I kind of turned to Roy and Virtue. It's this is kind of fun so far.
You will... what's your guys' passive perception?
16.
14.
14.
Cool. So all of you notice this, the corpse he just, put into the water. Something, it's not a whole slow sink in, something just yanked it in there.
Oh crap. We have a kraken.
Oh god, please don't say that.
But there's some
Please
kind of...
don't say that.
some kind of tentacled water monster. God, I hope it's not a kraken, because those things are could potentially take on the Trask.
Yeah, Kraken in the water. Freaking on land would be a nightmare. In the water. You've seen those like videos of those kids playing with their toys, just messing about in the tub. Y'all are the toys.
Oh.
So, I wonder what's going to happen because the guy doesn't have his driver in his boat anymore. I mean, I guess
he was the only one kind of making momentum. There's now a boat in the middle of the water.
Neat. All right. Well, that's my. I think I forgot to roll last time. I'm gonna roll for the dancing daggers to see how it ups my AC.
Yeah.
I got a +3. My AC is 19 this turn.
Neat.
That's my turn. Burn.
Is it my turn?
I believe so.
Believe it. So.
I'm gonna shoot the null again.
That's fair.
And so you do. Roll them however you will.
You know what? Still sharpshooter. I'm mad.
Can't imagine why.
That's an
You
18 to hit.
mad? No.
Does an 18 hit?
18 does not hit. It seems to have learned, and it has seemed to lock the art of the dodge and weave.
Huh. Interesting. I'm gonna try
And
and
you
hit
can
it
see
again.
it's still coming at you, but now it's, head down, shoulders in, bobbing, weaving, but it's still coming at you.
I'm gonna try and hit it again. Do I go sharpshooter? I'm gonna go sharpshooter because she would not learn. Okay, that's a 21 to hit this time.
Yeah, that does in fact do it. As you see her, you see this null, it does name straight. Does a weird, when it dodged it actually did a full spin around to not get hit by it at all. And in that split second, you're able to catch it unprepared and aware, and just bam, wherever you choose to strike, that's where your arrow hits.
In its leg, right in its thigh.
Right in its
Same place it
thigh.
hit me.
And it growls because it noticed that is exactly where it aimed. What was the damage?
21 points of damage.
21 points. This thing is looking hurt. It is very much these. Only 3 wounds on it, but they are deep and they are bleeding, and they look bad. But it's still coming at you.
I'm gonna bonus action use one of the healing sticks.
Go for it.
Not a bad idea.
So the one I have, the more advanced healing stick, is the 48, and then half of that is temporary hit points. Then after those half is depleted, then a quarter is temporary hit points, right?
Yes.
Since I'm doing this as a bonus action, do I get the full 48 or the roll?
No, you have full action would give you the full. As a bonus action, you have to roll it.
Okay, that makes sense. That's okay, I get it. That's what I was saying. I didn't know if it's 2d8. It makes sense now. Those are some bad. Oh, okay, they evened out. I got 2 1s, an 8, and a 6. So 16. Okay.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
It definitely could.
I'll take it. That's my turn.
Virtue.
Yes. So right now, what is the main threat? Is that Knoll still up?
Yes, that knoll that is currently charging at you, it is about to cross the bridge you set on fire. It has just been shot by your friend.
we're gonna Eldritch Blast that boy. So, does a 25 hit?
Yes, it does.
All right.
Nice.
All right, and that is a measly 7 damage.
Oof, it is getting there.
Virtue, are you adding
But-
your +4?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's my plus. That's with my +4.
It's could be worse.
I mean, it's not
Guys, I mean, just don't expect much from Virtue. This has been one of my lowest performing characters I think I've ever built.
You're fine.
It's fine. It's
Fine.
early game. You've done a lot of cool RP stuff.
And the growth
Yeah.
that she's gonna experience is gonna be great.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Once you get into a few levels, you can do some interesting things.
All right.
Okay then. Well, seeing as it is now their turn,
Don't
the
you
two
get
wing
another-
kobolds now. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You get 2 Eldritch Blasts because we're at 5th level now, right?
Yeah, we're 5th
Yeah,
level.
fifth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get another attack.
We're 5th level?
Yes.
We
Don't
should
tell
be,
Oh my
yes.
gosh! When did that happen?
no.
I'm only on level 4.
Did you forget to level up?
Oh,
no.
you forgot.
When did that happen?
So-
Whoa.
Okay, so it's immediately at this
Back
point
with
that,
the-
like, it's the stranger that pulls you aside for a real quick pep talk and just you instantly feel yourself get stronger. You're just saying, okay,
Oh
you
my god.
need to focus up, champ. Focus up. Big game. Gotta nail
Girl,
that
you've
thing
got-
in the face. You can do it.
Oh my
Believe in you.
goodness.
And you turn back
Okay.
around and you feel stronger and you get one more blast.
All right. Fantastic. Oh my gosh. All right, does a what is this? Math. 14 hit the snow?
14 does not hit the snow, unfortunately. It seems to be a
Shicer.
quick learner, but it is still looking very hurt. But you are now
Darn.
fully in tune with how strong you are. You just didn't realize, oh, you're actually far stronger than you think you are.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. How did I miss a level up? Yeah, I'm gonna go back in and do that here once I figure out how to do it on my phone.
But yeah. Anything else? Bonus actions?
I
any
think
other-
that's all. Oh wait, maybe I should Misty Step out of the way. Or no,
Oh,
I've
yeah.
just got movement. I can walk to the side.
You definitely
You
want to
can
level
indeed.
up. Because your spells are also 3rd level now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So they're a bit stronger, and you get a few new ones.
Right.
Always good to level up. Always nice.
Also, on your next level, you get a nice little present from your patron.
Ooh.
Is he all that nice?
Well, you
Yeah,
have yet
he's
to meet
super
him,
nice.
sir, so you can only take her word for it.
I mean, we kind of saw.
Daenerys knows more about him and knows that is a definite no, but, or seemingly a no.
He assumes it's a definite no.
Seemingly no. But, remains to be seen. We'll find out. Maybe.
Yeah. But alrighty then, if that is your turn, Virtue. Anything else?
I think that's all.
All right. Well, it is at that point that the two winged kobolds do realize that they are, in fact, in the midst of battle, and their leader has been severely wounded, and they rocket off into the sky, and they are, well, very angry, specifically at the two that are aiming for its leader. And each of them is going to essentially hurl their spears at you. Weird thing, though, as you notice, the gnoll and the two winged kobolds, it was a little hard to notice the gnoll at first. It's not the head that's got the weird, well, a little bit weird shapely head. It's more the torso that seems to have been affected. And right before they let loose these spears from the sky at you guys, their faces do this weird kind of glow, and you think they're about to spit something at you, fire for some reason, but no, they just rocket off their spears at you both.
Nice.
Okay, I'm assuming a 20 and a 19 hit you guys.
A 19 is currently my AC, so that kind of depends which one.
It was me and
who's
Virtue.
going to where.
It was Virtue and
Right, Russ. Okay, sorry I missed that.
Oh. Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Yep. Good thing I healed.
Roya, that's another 13 points. 7 of it was only the piercing, which I got max on for this thing, so that was cool. But you did take an extra 2 force damage.
Ow.
Fortunately, it's only 5. That's fine. Rhea. Yeah, so that'd be 12. So Virtue. Wait, no. Who took the first damage? It was Virtue or Roya? I'm sorry, I'm getting confused.
Roya?
Roya, yeah, you took the first damage. Virtue, you took the second, which was 12.
12, okay.
Yeah. Only 5 of it was force. The other one was just piercing.
Okay.
And these things are closing in. They're almost to where their leader's at up across the bridge, but they are now moving in. And lastly, the kobolds that are way on the back over there now realize something is going on, dropped what they're doing, and one of them, actually 2 of them, are about to, they look like they've got something in their hands and they're about to try to make a play. That's a 7 and a 2. No, they try with grappling hooks. Sorry, yeah, all the way. The armored kobolds looked like they tried with grappling hooks to snatch the boat to bring it to their side, and they missed. And they just hit the water, and I got to make sure they didn't accidentally fish something. Natural 20 and a 4. One of them almost gets yanked in, and they lose one of their grappling hooks.
Yeah, there's we definitely don't want to get in the water.
Yeah. You notice it's not bothering the boat for some reason, but if anything, breaks and jumps in, seems to be fair game.
Yeah, don't get in the water. All right.
Why am I able to choose so many Eldritch Invocations? This is a lot of choices. Wow.
Yeah, no, that's how you customize it.
It's the appeal of warlocks.
The warlock. Do you want to make them like the damagers? Like you want to make them with neat little abilities to get in and out of situations, make them more sociable with certain abilities or certain situations.
Really fits the campaign.
Yeah, whatever fits your character, whatever you like, whatever you think they would get.
Okay.
Essentially, think of this as the stranger sitting down with you and just letting you know, these are the gifts I can.
Mm-hmm.
I can show you how and etc. Just essentially going through a little catalog of fun things, and he essentially does them himself just to give you a visual of what they do.
Very cool.
Let me show you what you can become.
Mm-hmm.
These are your options. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I can show you to charm a fool, tame a beast, invoke lasting damage on your enemy, call forth certain... just the grasp of Hadar alone, or arms of Hadar.
Do you want to be transparent? I think that's a couple levels
Oh,
away.
that's
but
cool.
One of the best ones, I think. Would you like to appear as anyone you'd like? He's essentially just going to show you the mask trick, where like every time you want to look like someone else, you grab your own face, and it looks like you're removing it like if it's a masquerade mask, and you're instantly someone else.
Ooh.
You essentially get unlimited casting of the disguised self.
pretty good.
Nice. Well, I'll definitely have to read these. I'm just trying to pick some just to kind of see what they do, because I can't see their descriptions at the moment, but I'll look into it.
Yeah. If you'd like, whenever you want, we can go over all of them, build up your character as you wish.
Absolutely. Sorry, I'm distracting us.
No, it's fun. Building character. Got old building character. Alright, back to level 1. Which is technically nobody, because all the kobolds you think are there are dead and you don't see anymore.
So we're just skipping past that, I guess.
Well, here's the thing. So you know how they've only looks like they've finished off about 2 boxes, because those are like the ones they were open, getting stuff out of, right?
But there's 3 remaining, right?
There are 3 that currently seem to be closed, and that's when you hear out of said 3 weird, odd noises as out of them bust out 5 more kobolds.
Are there crystals that also spill out, or are they just kobolds?
There are in fact crystals that do spill out, but unfortunately 4 of these kobolds just finished swallowing some of these crystals.
Yeah,
and we're about to see what happens with that.
What happens in kobold society where you get put on box duty? We're just gonna shove you in a box.
It looks like maybe they were sleeping, maybe they were saying this is how I work, or maybe they were trying to sneak a snack in and didn't believe the warning of the other guys are like mush and paste, right?
For better or for worse, yeah. Yeah, not necessarily the best idea for considering the high likelihood that they just explode.
Or they might transform, which also might not be a good thing.
Also true. Vaguely remember somebody saying that even the transformation itself can just be painful for a lot of the ones that go through it.
Yeah, surviving it alone is not an instant I'm powerful. It's just you're still being made into something you were not meant to be.
Yeah. Not automatically a good thing.
Not indeed. So, Noel's turn. And he is... Well, the Noel is very angry. And it is currently running at... Actually, I got to roll now, because it had 1 target, and now it has 2 targets. So let's see. Roll ya, virtue. Odds or evens?
Odds.
I'll take evens.
All right.
Wrong. Evens.
Well, let's find out who's who had evens.
I think that was Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, go, hit me, it's okay.
Cool. You notice that this thing, while giving a quick glance to Virtue for that blast, does still look at you, and right before it finishes, its mid-leap, jumping over the burning bridge, very cinematic, as this bridge has now caught fire and it is coming up, it did give it a bit of an ominous kind of, nice little theatrical presence as it, blazed and ran through it. It looked like it was going to jump over it, but no, it just went straight through the fire and it looked very cool, but also a little scary. Before it let out a chilling roar as it essentially, with its own hands, ripped off what you think was that little bit of hide and armor that it had on itself. Just said nope, and just tore that shit off.
Huh.
And you see very clearly the veins, and there is a crystal. Looks like one of the warped ones, jammed just underneath its pecs, right in its roughly in its sternum. Half worked. Kind of just jammed in there. You're not sure if they did it on purpose or it fell by accident and it just hasn't died yet. But it's there. It's starting to pump and glow brighter. And is it just you, or is it getting just a little bit bigger and a little bit taller? And
Man,
its claws are glowing a little bit.
I was close to hitting it my first arrow. I knew I was.
You hit another natural 20 with this thing. That'll be a thing that happens. It's like you hit its weakest spot, but it does kind of do something.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it rips off its armor, lets out a very very loud howl. Before it starts, morphing, getting bigger. And that's when you also hear another, not as loud, but equally as sounding kind of response to it. And you look back behind the actual elevated platform and throne, only now coming out, and you notice that there seems to be another knoll, slightly smaller. And if anyone wants to do me a quick, it'd be intelligence or animal. Actually, no, this would just be nature or history. Or intelligence, whichever you'd like.
I could try it. Probably go more nature.
I can do an animal handling.
That's 7, yeah.
Go for it, whichever one you want.
Flat intelligence. 17. No,
Ooh.
20. A natural 20. Ooh.
A natural 20 on one?
Nice.
I do 22.
I mean, mine's a natural 20, but 22. The bonus.
Hey, that's great.
I got smart people around me.
Well, yeah. You just see this and like, okay. Just another one to deal with.
Another one,
okay. Yeah, it's no big deal. Yeah. Virtue and V. You guys seeing this, and it instantly clicks in your brain, whether you heard it randomly in a bar or during someone's tall tale of how they survived some crazy adventure or one of their awesome kills. You hear that they're, with certain creatures that tend to be lone wolves. In this particular case, whenever they pair up, usually means it's a penguin situation. It's there for life when it does happen, even after they may have had a litter or so, and they become viciously protective of each other, regardless of whether they both survive or not. They are known to hold grudges.
Oof.
So yeah, no, your intelligence tells you either take them both out or knock them both out if you're feeling it's not recommended like at all unless you're just that good. Either kill them both or hope they didn't see you, because they will sniff you out no matter where you are. They'll recognize you. Yeah, fun fact, there are a lot more animals that you think that can recognize a person from like days, years, weeks afterward, and they hold grudges, a lot of them.
Yeah.
In real life animals that they remember people who are mean to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was its turn. It just did a weird thing. kind of like a mini little transformationally thing, but it is now within 20 feet of you guys, so that's that. V, it's your turn.
All right. So I'm thinking I'm gonna keep going on goblin duty and just try and get the rest of the goblins that popped out. Though I already did action search, so that's. I'm gonna. Don't know if these are increased, have increased health or what their stats are, but I'm gonna throw a dagger at one of the ones that appears to have eaten a crystal.
That would one of them has an actual crystal embedded in it. The other two, the flying kobolds, they definitely ate a crystal because they're like they have the morph on their faces. They're just winged. So yeah, no, any one of them, all their heads, probably, definitely
Well,
worth money.
Yeah, you said the one. There were the 5 that popped out, or some of those flying kobolds.
Yeah, no, they you just saw them finished eating some of the crystal, not the refined one, just like the edges of the other stuff, which is again enough to do something, but
Okay.
that's the higher. They're doing it the higher chance of dying way instead of eating a worked crystal. Still dangerous, but it's slightly higher chance of success.
Huh. All right. I guess I'll do one of the because they might just literally just keel over next round. I have no idea.
They might pop. No.
So I'm gonna throw at one of the flying kobolds right now.
Yeah.
And I will make this a sharpshooter attack. Woohoo! 19. So that is 20.
Dead center.
20 points of damage. Can I decapitate that one as well?
Unfortunately, no. It is painful. It is looking very much hurt and bleeding, and it looks like it's close to it, but not enough to take it out.
All right, well, I'll do another attack. Non-sharpshooter. A 17 hits? Does that hit?
Just hits.
Okay. And that deals 9 points of damage.
9 points. You're 1 point off. We're about to kill this thing.
Oh, man.
You sure you didn't like anything else you can add to that? Like just an insult or anything else? If not this thing, you can clearly see it trying to not die.
Can I nip it in the wing so that it falls? Can I do that one in the wing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will do that in the wing so that it falls down and...
It nips, it falls, and it looks like it is barely able to stand itself up, and it keeps tripping on itself while it's trying to get up. This thing is on death's door.
Was it not high enough that it would take falling damage?
Unfortunately not. You nipped it in the wing, but not enough to make it a straight fall. It had controlled.
Oh, man. I could do it. I could do a psionic. You know what? I'm just going to do my third attack at it, and that'll finish it off.
Hit, beat a 17, and it dies.
Beat a 17 to hit, and it dies?
Yeah. 17 to hit, it dies.
I beat a 17. That's a 23.
It dies. Yeah, it dies. Actually, just real quick to see. So it was actually flying over the bridge. Yeah, it's a 4. It landed on the bridge. And it is dead.
Okay.
The bridge is currently on fire, though.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
I'm keeping track. Every turn it's losing a little bit more of its health.
Well, no, I mean, like, if the bridge gets burnt and it's on the bridge, and then it doesn't, if the bridge burns,
if it slowly starts to burn, it can make damage.
Water. But that
if it hits the water, that's a whole other problem.
Yeah, it might descend into the water, and then that creature in the water is almost certainly eaten crystals, because I'm sure some have fallen in at some point. But
mean,
regardless, we probably
clumsy
should.
kobold that just drops some purified or not refined, peeled crystals, I suppose.
Crystal shavings, whatever. Yeah. All right. Well, that's my turn. I'm gonna roll for the dancing daggers. That is a 1, so my armor is 17 for this turn.
You guys give me a quick perception check.
Cool.
I should be good at those.
23.
Oh.
What is that? 18.
Also a 23.
So only Virtue, you did not catch this, but only you two did catch something right when the cobalt dropped and just sent a bit of a vibration and a bit of, flutter just flopped into the water. And you saw from over there a bit of the water rose. And you saw a weird shape in it. Then it went back down. Barely noticeable. Blinked and you would have missed it. And the way to describe this is, y'all remember the water temple boss from Ocarina of Time?
Oh, God.
So it's not a creature in the water, it is the water.
Oh.
You know how I said what would happen if you dropped one of these crystals in there? There was nothing else in there. It's just, raw magic of unknown nature in just water.
Okay. Yeah, that's not good.
And V wanted to walk in it.
It's not as bad as a kraken.
I mean...
Look on the bright side.
Okay. Well, note to self, don't get in the water.
Yeah, I mean, the water might come to us, but take it in stride. Does it?
I mean, as far as... nothing seems to have attacked these guys, and they've obviously been here a good while. We don't know if that's because they had a deal, or they keep it fed, or who knows.
But it's like protruding a tendril out of the water?
It's like that weird little, like, a bit of the water lifted up like something was about to surface, but all you saw was like that weird red little spear, like discoloration in the water, before it sank back down.
So it does have a core, whatever you want to call it. That is good to know. But one problem at a time, I guess.
Right now, Roya's enemy is this knoll in front of her, so she's ready to attack it.
Ding, ding, ding.
Woo! I am going to mark it with my Slayer's Prey now that it's close enough that I can do that.
Nice.
And then I'm going to hit it again.
Do it.
Sharpshooter? Do I not sharpshooter? How badly does this thing look?
It looks pretty bad, actually. Like, this last little, like, ripping off the, bit of armor, revealing the crystal that's on it, that's causing it to, like, only slightly hulk out a little bit. Looks like it was more of a last kind of, like, little hurrah, because you did damage it heavily. And I don't think it was expecting that when it, jumped into the fray.
Okay, then I won't sharpshooter it. No, I'm just gonna try and hit it. Okay. 17 to hit.
That unfortunately misses.
Yep. Alright, we trying it again? That was lower. Okay.
So, it's, swiping some arrows out of the air with its claws. It's weird. It looks like it just got a fresh manicure of weird glitter and polish as it keeps swiping at you.
Let me hit you.
Yes.
You doing okay, Roya? Don't look to be doing so good.
She's gonna shake her head as she looks down at the 2 javelins still sticking out of her legs and the spear in her arm.
Are you okay?
Oh no.
It's that look of, do I look okay?
Somewhat
she's
sarcastic.
Going to try and move away from this knoll. Behind V.
Sure thing.
Standing behind me.
Yep. I am now placing V in between Roya and this knoll.
You
Fair
have now
enough.
been upgraded to meat shield.
Yep.
I have become Meat Shield, the unkillable.
And that is my turn.
Seems to have a vendetta
Cool.
against specifically. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah, I don't know why he's going for me. It's
I mean-
must-
Virtue, you're up.
I know
All
it's not
right.
looking at me, but
So, what is our biggest threat at this exact moment?
the knoll that is 20 feet away from us.
The
Oh,
knoll
right.
20 feet away from you, one flying kobold, a newly emerged knoll coming out of the back that seems to only now be noticing the situation. The heavily armored kobold to the far right trying to fish the boat out of the water. And the currently 5 kobolds that busted out of the 3 boxes that have the stuff you want and like the intact dug up crystals that you want, but they also just finished eating some of them. So that's the situation.
Okay. I'm gonna just try to give this boy another Eldritch Blast. So,
Which one?
does a 17, the knoll, sorry, the charging knoll.
No, heal.
Does an 18?
An 18 will just miss, unfortunately.
Shoot.
Tanky boy.
Let's see. I guess I have the bonus action of 2-weapon fighting, but that's just an ability.
That if you have like a light weapon, you can use another light weapon with your opposite hand and attack twice.
yeah, that's just something that everybody gets. That's just one of the mechanics of combat.
And did you
It's why
Yeah,
did you attack with Eldritch Blast or what did you attack him with?
I attempted an Eldritch Blast.
You have another shot.
You
remember,
get
you're
a
fine.
second one. You can take another one.
Okay, alright. Yeah, then I'll roll for that again. And that's not gonna hit. That's a 11.
You got to get you some dice. I got a guy who's got some dice.
I mean, this is a brand new die, and I'm gonna have to invest in a dice jail or something, because these guys are not being kind.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
And I think that's all I can do. I mean, none of my bonus actions, I think,
Move
will
away,
be...
move away.
I mean, yeah, other than moving away.
Yeah, use the meat shields.
Come behind me.
Mm-hmm.
double meat shield. You know, on my next turn, I could literally just move to the side, right?
No.
You know, perfectly line the 3 of you up for a perfect headshot if it just moves to the side and attacks in that direction.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what
See
happens.
how that goes.
But yeah, now it's the winged Q-bolts. Well, there's only one left. And it's going to try and finish off the one that its boss was currently aiming at, which is definitely Royal.
What? But he took down your friend.
Maybe they were mortal enemies, rivals.
He took down your rival. Didn't give you a chance to avenge.
Ooh. It does. Okay. 19.
That'll hit.
Same thing. Its eyes and its mouth start weirdly pulsing like it's about to try to, like, breath attack or something, and just nothing, and it throws you its other little speary thing. It's 3. So that's a total of 7.
Ow.
Howie.
I am looking like a voodoo doll.
You
Agony.
kind of are, because it's one in each leg and not one in each arm.
Lots of holes. Wait, no, that you got a lot of.
Okay,
You're a
Phoebe, there's a
pincushion.
time and place.
You did it well. You were getting sucked on by a bat.
Time and place, Phoebe.
You were getting sucked off by a bat.
Is my bat still hanging around
Oh,
me?
gosh.
What's he doing?
It
Has he
is,
been
and
impaled?
they have currently just started to wake up and are wondering what the hell all this noise is.
Oh no.
Because it's only recently become noisy.
Oh no. Well, let's keep going. We'll see what happens. That's gonna.
And now we've got the tanky boys trying to get the boat out of the water without getting fished in. 17, and they make it. They now have hooked their boat and are slowly pushing it towards them. So now they have received that little cache of finished off stones, and now they are proceeding to unload. And 2 of them are getting on. Only 2 of them, because it seems to be right at the edge of how much it can hold. It doesn't seem to be able to hold all 4 of them. Oddly enough, they are leaving the rope attached, and they are beginning to set sail back towards where you guys.
Interesting.
That is their turn. Top of the round, the kobolds.
How many of them die? Let's find out.
All of them, hopefully.
Hopefully, the answer's all of them.
In our specific scenario. That would be good. For us, not for them.
So, out of the 4 that you saw that ate that stuff, 2 of them are starting to glow.
No.
The other 2 are. They kind of just fall prone and start convulsing.
Oh, you know what? It may not be a good thing if they explode right next to all the crystals.
I'm sure they're sturdy. They're fine.
Do you want to take that risk? Don't worry, I think I can do something.
Just a quick question. Which do you think failed and which do you think made it? Because it's an 80% chance they die, 20% chance they don't.
Oh.
This round.
They could very well have.
Yeah, 2 of them are already out. 2 of them already failed, and it's not going to be good for them. 2 of them have survived this, and who knows how far they'll go.
I'm assuming the ones that are convulsing are the ones that are going to survive. The ones that are glowing, I'm assuming, are probably about to explode.
That's the first bet. Anyone else got another one or want to agree with him?
Opposite.
So the convulsing ones are about to, turn into pasta.
Yep. The ones that
Chunky
are glowing
sauce.
have survived. That's them powering up.
Yeah, except for we know that they explode.
But do you know how or why? Is it like a magical overload? Or is it like the body just absorbed it and couldn't take it and just melted into pus and putty?
Well, I think I've already put
water ballooned.
my 2 cents in.
That's fair. But y'all got some first row seats to this.
Find out what happens. Is it my turn? Are they still going?
No, the kobolds right there. That was 4 of their turns. There's only 1 left, and it now knows something's up. And let's just see how smart it is, if it's not very. Okay, sorry. I just lost one of my dice. Just gonna roll another one because that one just went underneath the bed.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Where it may
that
never return.
kobold. Yeah, it might. Who knows? But yeah, no. This kobold has, in fact, got the memory recognition required to know that this is dangerous, and it immediately begins to run away across the burning bridge.
Who does it seem most scared of?
It looked more at the dead bodies,
Fair.
and it didn't flinch. And it looked at the angry gnolls, didn't flinch. Looked at you guys, just give it that weird puzzle look. Looked at its barely alive leader, nothing. Looked at its convulsing and glowing compatriot, and immediately took off running.
Maybe they're all dead. Maybe they're all going to die, and it's just a matter of severity.
So, does anyone speak Draconic?
No.
No.
Let me check. I don't think I do, but let's see. Where the heck is it? I don't think I do. Nope.
Well, it's currently muttering, which you could assume is the same word over and over again as it runs away as fast as it can, using like the dash action. A part of you can almost imagine that it's cursing something.
Like actually gonna curse us curses, or like just
like it's swearing,
curse?
kind of like a cussing curse, just running away and just screaming the same thing. Right past its very wounded leader, right past the body of one of its dead, likely higher ups because it was a winged kobold. Not paying any attention to any of that, just straight up running. And you got to remember, these things are 2.5 feet tall, so this looks ridiculous.
V may not know a ton of languages, but he does
Draconic,
know.
but you can recognize when someone's running away from something. You can almost imagine him going just.
I think V knows curses in a lot of languages. I think that's something that I'm going to claim for him, is that he doesn't know exactly what he's saying, but he knows that he's cursing because he knows curses in most languages.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I can definitely allow that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you definitely understand that, and it does give a bit of context to like what he can instantly recognize as not good, not good. But that was its turn. It's now the kobold, freshly turned, looking like it's barely on its feet, but it is looking angry.
Fun. Hey, what you gonna do? Hey, what you gonna do?
Oh, let's kill him anyway. Right.
How about instead of deciding, you all die? Well, we'll find out. I feel bad because if we were playing different characters and took a different route, I could very much see this like we could have negotiated, we could have talked with these creatures. They're actually decently peaceful, but also it very much feels in character for all this. And also they have performed, shady actions, so... Also, none of us speak Draconic, and I don't believe any of them spoken languages we can understand.
Right.
The translating may be difficult.
Sorry, I had to look something up real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go and get that die back later. That was my Kimmy die.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It's that weird thing where like it dropped, but you didn't see where, so it could literally be anywhere, just right next to the little corner, just waiting.
Man, that's so frustrating when you don't know where the thing you dropped is.
Yeah. All right. Back to this, and you guys see that now that you guys have all, so cordially and ever so kindly bunched yourselves together. The knoll will now proceed to come up only roughly 10 feet in front of you. Well, no, he's going to be about...
Sorry.
Yeah, no, and he essentially lets out, and this time is again the opposite, because it's his chest that starts growing. And the weird crystal is now pulsing. You can see more of the veins starting up, and its claws start glowing. And you're thinking, okay, it's about to do like a little pounce or something, and then it immediately lets out an ear-piercing roar. And I'm gonna need con saves from you.
I just want to paint a picture of like this thing approaches and V's like in the front, and I think he like sees this coming, reminded of the bats, and he's just imagine the son of a bit, and it just roars and cuts him off.
Yeah, pretty much. Like you hit that flashback of, oh no.
Uh-oh. Spaghetti-O. That's a 18.
So,
maybe enough, maybe not.
This might be very bad, because that might also wake up my bat.
Yeah, maybe kill it too.
Also, I got a 9.
Cool. Virtue.
That is a 1
Ooh.
plus 3. So
Okay,
a
that's
4.
not a natural one.
I mean,
okay,
it was I rolled a natural 1.
Oh.
Not good roll today, guys.
No. So you know that card that you've got that you might want to like rip, like immediately
might
after this.
Definitely do it.
Yeah, you might. This might
Cool.
be a good time for that.
Yeah. So yeah.
I mean,
V, you braced yourself. That flashback, you immediately knew to go for the ears. You didn't. It started just before you got there, but as soon as it did, you covered up real good, and you were able to pass. The other two were not. So only half damage for you, and nothing else.
I'll take it. And is this thing like right in front of me, like within melee range now?
No, it's still roughly 10 feet away from you. It got up close. It didn't technically need to get this close.
Okay.
But it just wanted to.
It
looks like it's getting within range of melee, but it just seems to wanted to do this first.
Fair enough. Would this affect all the other kobolds, or are they just immune to this?
They are well, how close did you get to them exactly? Like, because they were essentially well into the area of the crates and stuff. Were you guys moving specifically towards the crates to be like within range of them? Like, how close were you to them?
I guess
this happened.
I didn't say that I was moving closer. I was like 30 feet away. I would say that I probably moved a little closer, like when
but
started
how
traveling.
Close were you to their group? Would you say you are?
I'll say 20 feet.
Okay, then they'd be just outside of this.
Damn. 10 feet.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to change it. Try and get the minute.
I mean, do you want to be that close when they could possibly explode?
Yeah, no, that was 20 feet is fine.
All right. Well, yeah, no, I'm rolling better than I really want to on some of these damage die, but
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And you could
21.
fudge, but
Yeah.
21 damage.
21 damage. You only take half.
Ow.
Rounding up or down? 10 or 11.
You can round down. Those of you that failed, unfortunately, will take this. Will take all of this, and you are also, unfortunately, stunned until the end of your.
Hmm.
Ah,
Stunned?
yum.
Yeah.
So Roy is not going to be able to do
Fish
the
it
thing
out
with
of
the
my
card.
pocket. Fish it out of my pocket.
I have
Yeah.
another thing that I was planning on doing because I wanted to move the kobolds away and hopefully they don't explode the crystals and then they do explode maybe this knoll. But
Virtue, how
I
are
already
you
tell you
doing
what you
on
want to
health?
do.
bonus action. TPK. TPK. I'm kidding.
So
You
how
were
much
doing
damage were
real
we hit
well.
with?
21 damage.
21.
Oh my.
Yeah, and you guys take the full amount.
Virtue, how are you doing on health?
Let's just say I am on, oh, hush, Franny. You're fine. Damage, please.
What's the worst that could happen?
There's some pretty bad things.
Oh my gosh, just adjust. I think I'm on 6 health right now.
Hmm.
Woo!
Ooh. So y'all got potions and healing and stuff, right?
I just used the only one I had. I should have bought some before we left. I bought some for Neris, but I forgot to buy some for V before we left.
I
I'm
had
gonna check my inventory. I don't know if I do.
one more healing stick, and that's it.
Let me just check the map again. Hey, you notice another goblin in a trench coat just, randomly floating in a boat that's, flashing his trench coat. Punks.
Okay,
Need something?
don't aim for that one. Got it.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'm on
don't
6.
don't break more of those potions when we could either take them off of his corpse or buy them from him.
I honestly thought you were just going to kill him and rob him.
I just wanted to find out what the situation was, and V's a decently chill guy. But
No, like if you were able to grapple him, I figured he'd let you know about the trap. You'd say what you're doing here. He'd make the offer of he'd sell you stuff, and you just forgot he was here. He kind of went violent after that.
stunning on players is always brutal. So is that his turn, or does he still have more?
No, that was his turn, but he does now get within melee. He is now within 5, and he's circled around, so he's within 5 feet of all of you.
Oh
Okay.
gosh.
All of us then.
Oh, yeah. Quick fun little fact. You can now tell the gender this is a female, and they are looking pissed.
Well, that gives me another idea, but I don't think it's going
Give
to
her
go
chocolate
well.
and she'll be fine.
I see.
There's a... I don't think it would work in this scenario, but the thought of trying to seduce this Snoll did cross my mind.
That will be your final checkmark as a silent character. Just know.
You can certainly try.
Pick one for the team.
I don't think in the middle of a combat like this that's going to go super well, though.
So what I'm hearing is you're not confident in your abilities.
I mean,
Well, you got to
I
wonder,
roleplay-
was that one little night was a fluke?
I roleplay V as a decently high charisma character, but he has a +0.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Same with
for
Roya.
transparency.
That charisma is his own bluff, and it works out for him most of the time.
It's also weird because I have I roleplay him as a kind of a dunce, but he also intelligence is his second highest stat.
I mean, at that one, I think he'd go with High intelligence,
wise.
low wisdom, high charisma. Just play the himbo.
Yeah. I probably could, just swap my wisdom and charisma, so at least I'd have a +1 in charisma. But anyway, let me roll to see what he's gonna do. Okay. Nat 20 or nat 1, I'm going to try and seduce. I'm going to roll a d20. Nat 20 or nat 1, I'm going to try and seduce this thing. If it's odd, I'm going to try and mess with the goblins that look like they're about to explode, but that can very much go south. And on an even, I'm going to reach into Roya's pocket and rip that card. My argument against that is I don't know if V would know the entirety of the situation, but I think it's fair. So that's what I'm going to do. That is a 6. So I'm going to reach into Roya's pocket, and I believe it's an action, I assume, to rip the card, is what was established.
It is indeed. Do you rip it?
I will rip it.
And you rip it good. And I'm just going to send you the spell that just activated.
It does nothing because it only works for Roya.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Maybe it's a 9th level fireball.
Womp, womp, womp.
That would be a neat way to go. 9th level fireball centered on us.
TPK.
We'll see.
So that's what you got.
Okay, that is a lot. Okay, let's see. Okay. Do I need to keep track of this, or are you going to keep track of this?
It's a one-time thing, and I can keep track of it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is neat. Hopefully, we'll...
Yeah, maybe you're thinking he probably knew how bad some things could get down here.
Yeah, that would track. So it's not him, I guess. Or is it like taking the form of him?
No, actually. Oddly enough, it's taking the form of Roya.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah, you ripped the card, and now next to you is now an exact copy of Roya. It's an odd bit of a construct.
Does it like look elvish, or is it like does it look fake?
It looks like it's an exact copy, but you can tell it's robotic.
Okay.
Like you can think cyberpunk. Like it looks real, but you can see the seams and the wiring.
Okay. How can we tell them apart? All right.
One of them has glowing red eyes, and a fun little thing about this thing: you can physically feel how hot it is. Because this specifically is a metal construct, not a stone construct, which I did roll for, which would have had a different kind of appearance.
Interesting. Different appearance. Different thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that take my action, or is that something else?
That would have been your action.
Okay.
It's essentially the action to rip the card and cast the spell.
I do have something that I think I'll do. I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to... Hopefully this will be handy. I'm going to use the telekinetic spell, or the feat. Telekinetic feat. And I'm going to push this knoll kind of... I'm going to attempt to push it 5 feet away from us.
This is the bonus action, right?
Yeah, bonus action to do that.
Okay, and I believe this is a strength check, or what is it?
Strength saving throw. DC. Oh, interesting. It's 11 plus the... Oh, wait, no, it is...
19, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, that's gonna pass. I think V's just gonna kind of say, this is not how I think any of us envisioned this going.
If Roya could talk right now.
What would she say?
Probably something sarcastic.
Naturally. I guess I'm gonna stand my ground, because I think I'm probably the one that is,
Quick intelligence check if you don't mind. Just from everybody.
Okay.
That one's an 8.
4.
And you're good. You're good. You now have an extra fighter, and it came from like a cool, magic person who
That
may or
is
may
a-
not have just gotten a signal flare.
It's a nat
Right.
20 plus 1.
Damn.
Yeah. You know a bit more about this. When you start thinking about it, you notice that the stranger, it's like he's whispering in your ear, but it's a memory.
Oh.
And I will let you know. Well, that will unfortunately, Roy, you're currently, well, it would be your turn, but this thing will immediately go after V in the initiative. However, and Virtue, you're the only one who realizes this, with this kind of specific magic, unless someone tells it to do something, it's just going to stand there and defend itself. It will take no
Okay.
action unless instructed.
Could I have
And
put
these
it in
two-
between?
No, unfortunately, you did not. You just know that you've summoned this thing, and you're assuming it's going to hopefully help you out, but you have not yet given that command.
Could I have said, probably like with a different connotation, but I think like V would have said something along the lines of, "Great, help." Or no, "Great, help." I don't know.
Well, no, you can say that, but unless it recognizes it as like a given command, something to do,
Fair
it
enough.
won't really work. But
V ain't all that great with spells.
yeah, the Roya won't recognize, don't pick up on this. Virtue, you in fact do, and can let them know, hey, you have to give it an order for it to start doing something. Is
Yeah,
something you
I'll
can
tell 'em
relay
that.
to everyone else.
Yeah.
But Roya,
let
it is
them
your
know.
turn. This giving it a command does not require an action, and as far as you know, anyone should be able to give it a command, as it does now recognize you guys as allies, as it seems to have been, given the set of programming.
Wait, are we
Okay.
still stunned?
Think so. Also, last time I checked, it was like 9:30, and I feel like I turned around for like 20 minutes, and like now it's almost 11 my time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was going to ask, you guys want to leave it off here, or anything else before we might want to call it? You've essentially
You wanna
just called
push
in
off
backup.
around?
I think we could pause it here.
Oh, actually,
Yeah, I think so.
okay, that's another one on the dancing dagger, so it's the same as it was before. Yeah, we very well may. That next session could very well be our last session, depending on how things go, or maybe we'll stop. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we don't know exactly what the card was going to do. It summoned the thing and might have also, pinged certain wizard that you guys may be in over your head. Because
That
his
might also be
exact
the case.
instructions were, if and when things got bad, rip the card.
True.
Yeah.
I would
We'll see.
definitely say this is when.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's probably going to be embarrassed by us or something like that. It's like, what? I told you guys not to get in over your head. And also, Roya, stick with the plan. Don't
Look
go
like
off
you guys had it
attacking,
handled.
provoking the entire
It
room.
was okay.
I won't lie. You got advantage on the first one. The Knoll was sleeping. She was out cold on her throne. It just looked like she was sitting there imposingly, but her eyes were closed.
Were they closed, or has she learned to sleep with her eyes open?
I'm pretty sure.
No, the eyes were straight up closed. It just
Yeah.
she had like the way that the armor around her, like the fur of her mane and of her head, kind of covers up most of it. So like the way she was just essentially giving it like that downward look, like she was just standing meditating on the throne. You couldn't tell. Eyes closed,
Listen,
snoring away.
in Roya's mind, she's like, if we take out the Knoll, then we assert dominance over these kobolds, and then they could just carry these crystals back for us. It was a foolproof plan.
I'm not saying it can't work. I'm just saying they all gotta see it happen. You gotta do fatality the leader in front of them.
Yeah.
I was really close. And then
You know,
she
if
had
we
to
were
scream.
having...
Like, you seriously were. This thing is not on a lot of health. But just y'all stopped attacking.
Fair enough. I should have focused on that thing instead of a winged kobold. I'm frustrated that thing took 3 attacks. Like, I had taken out like a kobold with like each attack for the previous 2 rounds.
7 hit points. Each of them have 7 hit points.
Yeah.
So though, like I said, though, kick them hard enough and they go down.
Yeah.
It's like the winged ones, a little bit more, but they were also mutated.
Yeah,
which kind of just stacks
denser.
something up on it. Yeah. Then there were the armored guys that was actually a brilliant way because they were essentially stuck for rounds until they can get to you guys. And even then, if you guys mess with the boat or get them to touch the water.
Yeah, when we're dealing with them, I may or may not be able to do the telekinetic shove to just like yank them into the water.
Yeah. With
But
that'll take care of them themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I did not think you guys would figure out the water thing that early. Like I didn't think anyone would have something fall in there. But then you killed one and kind of fell into it.
Yeah, that kind of lucked out.
No, yeah, it's essentially currently it's helping you guys.
Yeah. Just need to get them in the right spot. I'm glad I didn't capsize the boat and put all the crystals in the water. That would have,
that would have not been good.
We wouldn't have to deal with a null.
What's the worst that could happen?
Almost certain that would supercharge that thing.
That, or it might just spawn more of them.
More of them as well, yeah. Who knows?
Also, you got to remember, the water in this thing does feed off into other places. There's a river that flows out and a waterfall that goes in.
Yeah, I was also thinking, like how far does this thing extend? Can it leave the cave?
It does. It does leave the cave, and it looks like it goes down to a further cavern.
The water leaves the cave, but does the creature in the water?
The tunnel.
The water. Yeah.
Oh, who knows on that one? Does it follow the river? Does it follow the waterfall, or does it just chill in the lake? Who knows?
Yeah. We'll find out, maybe. Or maybe we won't.
Maybe. You've still got the mystery creatures in the lab, the new kobold that is, surfaced, which you now can see is there's probably like a makeshift bed or something like behind the throne.
Like, if we were talking in game about the whole discussion of like which kobold is gonna explode, which set of kobolds will explode, I would have actually put money on that. In fact, do you want to just say that was in-game banter?
Yeah,
and
I would.
100%. Okay.
I no
gold?
problem believing any of that.
20 gold?
20 gold? Down.
Yeah.
20
20
gold.
The
20
glowing
gold.
ones explode.
The glowing ones explode, and Roya,
Oh,
the
convulsing.
convulsing seizure ones explode.
Yep.
I'll have to remember that for next time.
Yeah, we'll see what happens because, well, yeah. Now 2 of them are already essentially slated to die. 2 of them are slated to. They got 2 rounds of this. One is the initial, like, absorption. The second is, the second part essentially determines how much like stronger you get, and one last little save to see if you can survive that.
Yeah, make it all the way through.
Yeah, and so you make it all the way through. Depending on if you pass or fail, depending a full pass, you get full thing. A fail, though, depending on how severe the fail is, might result in death or might result in only a partial upgrade.
Be taking some big chances with that. So
So I'll be honest. There's more backup in here for you guys than you'd think. You just never found it.
interesting.
I mean, you were told that there are prison cells here. You just
That's actually
kind of
also
passed
fair.
them.
The thing is I think we were set on getting those crystals.
No, yeah,
As
mission.
many of the crystals as we could.
And
And I think we should,
missions and
if we do make it through, we should get those prisoners out as well.
assuming there are any left, because there was a goblin going after them, specifically telling you
Right.
I'm gonna either steal their stuff if they're all dead, or bargain with them to free them. So like, he's either gonna like say, okay, you guys either now work for me until we get out, or I leave you in here.
Yeah. Yeah. How many
All right,
crystals? Like, how much volume or how many crystals like would we estimate like there being? Because it seems like there's still a decent amount.
there seems to be, yeah.
'Cause
Like
it's
you were told, like,
sorry, yeah.
and then go ahead.
Oh, but it seems like there's 2 boxes that are partially emptied, but still have a decent amount left, and they seem like they're large
No.
crates.
2 of them are empty because it
2 of
seems
them are
like they're
fully
working
empty.
there. Yeah, 2 of them are fully empty. 3 of them just busted out with the 5 gnolls, and those you can see those were very much like those were full.
Hmm. Okay.
And then on the opposite side, you can see that that's where like the 2 finished boxes are, and more. So that's that little question of, did they take from somewhere else? Did they make or grow more, or is there like another source? Was this another raid? Or was this just from like the last job they did against this guy? Because like he's told you, it's happened before.
Yeah. I guess also like how big. There's also the question like how big these crystals are, and like how big the boxes are, and like how many would fit in the box. Because depending on the size, of both of them, there could easily be like hundreds per box, or maybe like several dozen. I don't know. Kind of depends on how big these things are.
The fully polished ones, you're looking at like a bowling ball.
Bowling ball. Okay.
You ever seen like what a coconut looks like before like they chop it up and eventually get to the middle?
Yeah. Yeah.
Think of that, but more crystal and jagged edges.
All right. I guess I had been thinking of like the long, straight, like forearmed or like palm-sized
Circular crystals are cool too.
Yeah.
orb. Ponder the orb.
And it's fun. And then you break them in half and some fun stuff happens.
So I mean, I guess that's why they're like breaking these things open to eat them, because like now I'm just imagining like a kobold trying to eat like one of the bowling ball-sized crystals whole.
Yeah, I'm sure that won't go horribly wrong.
Honestly, though, I could see like a kobold honestly trying to do that, and maybe even succeeding. It wouldn't go well.
What?
It'd be cartoony as hell.
I'm sure one of those back at the I want to say med ward, but even then that's pushing it. table with the bloody, the bloody tabled room. That's probably one of them. Probably two of them. Of however many tried. That's probably what happened.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because these guys are only surviving because they're essentially eating the crystals that are breaking off to get to the center. They're not eating the actual core.
Yeah, the tiny ones.
Like
Edible
the slivers.
size.
Like essentially think like if they're chucking corn, they're just eating like the leaves.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, guys.
So who'd ever
This
try to eat a
game.
rock?
I mean, we can definitely know some people. I mean, I know an Earth Genasi who would like that's his favorite snack just because he
Yeah.
can do it and not hurt himself, and that just freaks people out.
Eat rocks. Crystal,
Alright,
I'm
guys, I gotta jump off here.
knowingly looking at you.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
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 We should go
You
our
guys
ways.
have a good night.
Well, nice
Good night,
night,
I'm gonna
guys.
hop off.
See y'all next
Take
time.
care, everybody.